guys, Big Mac Dance School here again today. Not actually a wargaming video today, but I just wanted to talk you through how I made this in case any of you wanted to make something similar. So here comes some pictures and me talking you through it.
Now the first thing you're going to need, guys, is an image to work off. This is the part where I introduce you to Jasper. Jasper is the rabbit of a friend of mine and he's the inspiration behind the picture. The next thing you're going to want to do is one of two things. You can either make a copy of the picture by tracing it, or as I did, you can draw it out freehand. The image you can see isn't drawn on paper though, it's drawn on something called Createx masking film. I'm sure there's plenty of different brands of masking film around, but the one I got from Hobbycraft was Createx masking film. In this next image you can see where I've marked the rabbit with gold, and that's just to show me where I want to cut out and then spray the gold paint onto it. So now I've cut out those gold areas and the next step is to spray it. This particular masking film isn't the stickiest. I think that's basically to make sure you don't pull off any paint you may be spraying over that you've previously sprayed. But the problem with that is when you're spraying it, it lifts up a little bit. So what I did, I taped it to the canvas with some frog tape, and then also in key areas where it was lifting up slightly, I put a little bit of PVA glue down in order to help it adhere. And this is what the canvas now looks like once you take that layer of mask off. I then stuck a new layer of masking film down over the canvas, and I drew the rabbit again over that masking film, making sure I shaded the areas that I wanted to spray silver. The next step was to cut out any areas that I was going to be spraying silver, making sure to be very careful with the scalpel as I didn't want to cut through the canvas. Here's the end result for you. As you can see at the top and bottom of the canvas, there's a little bit of silver paint that's sprayed over where the mask went up to. That's just because I wasn't very careful basically. What I should have done is put the mask right the way over the canvas rather than turning it sideways and doing it the way I did. And finally a little side by side for you, just to show how close it is to the original picture basically. If you wanted to, you could put some little bits of grass at the bottom or something like that to make it look like it doesn't just fade into the canvas, but I quite like the way it fades into the canvas, to be honest. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the battlefield.